Hyper Megatech and Blaze have just started rolling out this new line of handheld devices called Keychain Gamers, and we're going to take a look at the first in the line, Space Invaders. That's up next.
This video brought to you in part by Tommy and the Order of Cosmic Champions. This exciting and heartwarming coming-of-age Gen X novel is available now. Check the link for more info.
Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John, I am a GenXGrownUp. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. You know, it must really be fashionable right now for manufacturers to make little clip it on your purse or clip it on your backpack or keys sort of gaming devices. We just started looking at the line of Pixel Pocket Pro units from my arcade, and now Blaze and Hyper Megatech are rolling out the Keychain Gamer line. Now, we know the legacy that Hyper Megatech has with their Super Pockets, which are compatible with Evercade. These instead are standalone gaming keychains that you clip on your bag or purse, as I said, and they, depending upon the line, there are 4 in the line. We're going to take a look at them all eventually, but they have between 1 and 3 or 4 games pre-installed on them, and they're really designed to play some of your favorite games on the go. Now, I said we're going to look at all of them eventually, but I wanted to start with the classic. Okay, a lot of them have classics. It's Space Invaders. It's the classic, right? Let's take it to the table, put it through its paces. Here we go, the Space Invaders Super Micro Keychain Gamer. You know, I said we're going to take a look at the first in the line, and then I looked to see it's actually number 3 in the line. It's the first in the line we're going to look at in these Keychain Gamers. And you can see just at the surface, you can see the size through the clear window, you can see the little keychain clip. Around here on the back, not a whole lot more detail. It tells me there's a built-in game, so I think this one just has Space Invaders, just one game. Color screen, we can see. Quick release keychain, requires batteries. And it's pretty straightforward. Being a brand new product line from this manufacturer, I'm not really sure what to expect from this little keychain gamer. So what do you say we get into this one and check it out? Once inside, we have our little Super Micro Keychain Gamer, and then we have a little flyer that's also a quick start guide. On the front, it advertises the rest of the Super Micro Keychain Gamer line, the other ones we're going to look at eventually, as well as the Super Pockets, which we know so well. And then on the other side, here's our quick start guide. Just kind of runs through what all the buttons are. We're going to tour the hardware in a second, and then, you know, how to put in the batteries and some legal. We won't need that again. This is a very light device, and in my hand, it feels very much in contour like the Super Pockets, which makes sense. We'll actually compare this to a Super Pocket in a second, and I'll show you. But on the front, you have that little screen. What is that, maybe a 2-inch screen? Maybe less than a 2-inch screen? We're going to take a look and see how it looks. You have a little D-pad, which, a little plus D-pad there. It's a little mushy, depending on how much click or mush you like in your controller, but it springs back well. These buttons feel quite a bit taller than I remember on the Super Pocket, but they're about the same diameter. Then you get a reset and a start button here. On the top, power on-off switch. There's that little keychain hook to put it on your bag or purse. Left-hand side, just a little volume up and down rocker. Just a little more business going on here around back. Got some legal on this decal. This is the battery door, requires 3 AAA batteries. This is held in place with a little Phillips screw, and then you have a single rear-firing speaker for audio. And since one of the features of these is its size, I thought we'd do a quick size comparison. So here is Hyper Megatech's Super Pocket compared to the Super Micro. Now it's about the same depth, the same thickness, I would say. It's about, I don't know, a little more than half the height, and you can see the comparison I had to how the button throw was a little shorter here, a little longer here, but about the same diameter of button. So there's the Super Pocket. Now their competitor, My Arcade, also currently rolling out the Pixel Pocket Pro units, and here are those two in comparison. Now this particular one just has one fire button, it's square and has the D-pad, but it's a little shorter, a little thinner, but again, about I would say the same size overall dimensionally. This one just is more square, where this one is more elongated. So if you're picking one based on size, this ought to help a little. With all the vital statistics out of the way, it's time to get down to play. And so let's get this screen protector off, throw some batteries in, and give this Space Invaders a whirl. Would you like a free opportunity to win an Atari VIP press kit? Yeah, we're preparing to launch GXG Insider, where we'll deliver breaking retro news, new releases, topics of Gen X interest, and exclusive info from our partners directly to your inbox. And it all starts by visiting GenXGrownUp.com.
Between now and the end of the year, Insider subscribers will be entered in weekly drawings for prizes like plug-and-plays, nostalgic toys, and Steam game keys. And then, at the end of the year, we'll do a random drawing of all subscribers to give away an original Atari 2600 Plus VIP press kit. Remember that giant white box shaped like a VCS with all the controllers and games inside? Yeah, that could be yours. And all it takes to win is just pop over to our website at GenXGrownUp.com and sign up for a free subscription to GXG Insider. Don't wait, do it now. Join GXG Insider for regular news and multiple chances to win. Okay, let's get back to it.
Well, I tell you, with the batteries in, this thing is almost twice as heavy. I said it was a little light, and now it really has some heft to it. It's funny how much the batteries can do. Also, quite a fingerprint magnet, this solid plastic cover. Try to get it as clean as I can, but we're all ready. Let's fire it on. Hyper Mega Tech. Wow. That's a fast booting game. That didn't take long at all. I'm actually quite surprised with how quickly that booted up. So we have a score in the top left, we have a high score in the top right. So I'm going to assume this is a single player reset. We'll reset. I don't know what it would reset. Maybe start the game over. Okay, well, we're going to hit start. First, I just want to, I'm noticing I'm not sure how to hold this. Like the ergonomics of the Super Pocket was obvious. Like with big hands, I'm like, do I hold it like this? Do I hold it like this? Do I hold, it's so the most comfortable I've been able to find, and I'm probably not going to talk about all this detail with every one of these I review, but being the first one I held, it's, the rounded back is comfortable, but it's not like an obvious grip. My fingers are touching behind it. It's just interesting and weird and different. I'm open to it, new experiences, right? So, okay, let's see. Hit start. Oh, wait, the volume, let's get the volume all the way up and hit start. So hit start, just showed the title screen. Start again. All right, here we go. That's not the arcade. I wonder what... Whoa! What's that noise? Can you hear that? That's the shooting noise. Now, I don't know what version of Space Invaders this is or based off of or what it's supposed to be, but I don't recognize it at all. It plays correctly. I mean, as correctly as Space Invaders. There's a lot of latitude in Space Invaders. Are there invaders? Do they get faster? Are they in columns? No, but I guess what I'm saying is if you were looking... Whoa, UFO noise is weird. Can I get him? Oh, just missed him. It's a little slower than I remember him going. Again, maybe this is not a version I played, actually. And it doesn't really say on the packaging or anywhere, as much as Blaze and Hyper Megatech and Evercade are such, full red screen, are advocates for preservation of emulation and original games, it actually strikes me as quite odd that what's on here is nothing that I've seen before. So it's nostalgia. It's almost only nostalgic if you, ouch, got me again, only nostalgic if you don't know Space Invaders, because right away what jumped out at me was its differences rather than its similarities, if you know what I mean. I think you do. It would seem to me it would make sense to throw, some established version of Space Invaders. Pick one of the hundreds that are out there, Holler, if you recognize this one, give me a holler. Oh, I just can't get him. The sound effects are just so far off. Like, sound is such a big part of the memory of these games, for me at least. The boo-wop, boo-wop. It's definitely a cool video game noise, but it's not a Space Invaders noise. All right, so I got my high score there. So what does that say? 790. Let's see if I power it off. Power it back on. Hyper Megatech. Oh no. Really? You don't save the high score? Ouch. Ouch. What's the reason of shooting for a high score if it doesn't save? All right, we're going to give it one more play. If you're looking at this as a nostalgic thing, I don't know that I can recommend the Space Invaders as being the one. You know what I mean? Because it's not going to be like a game you've played before. Let me take that back. That's harsh. It's not going to be exactly a game you've played before. It's like a game you've played before, obviously. I should check and see, can you go to silent? You can. You can go all the way to silent. So if you're trying to be quiet, don't want to wake up your significant other or anybody else in the room, you certainly can go into silent mode. Stealth Space Invaders if you so desire. I just want to clear a rack because I want to see Since now I'm just looking at this odd version of Space Invaders, this original maybe? Original on this device? I don't know. I just want to see what it's like. I want to see how fast it gets, how hard it is to get the last couple of aliens, you know? I'm doing a bad job of clearing columns. Got him. Whoa. What do you think of these sound effects? Like I said, they're cute, cool, computery sound effects, but I've never heard any of them associated with any Space Invaders I've played before. And I'm clearly not averse to differences, because look at how good the 2600 Space Invaders was, and it was pretty far from the original in terms of all sorts of design elements. They're aggressive when they're moving away from you. Man, I just can't get a bullet in edgewise. All right, we're doing okay. Let's get this UFO. Got him. Up over 1,000 now. That feels pretty good for this version of this game. These invaders are very aggressive with their bullets, especially for a first screen. Oh, that's my first death. All right, we're going to do this. All right, getting faster. Getting faster. Oh, I got him! And I was about to get shot at the end there, but I was saved by the fact that I finished the level. All right. Yeah, so this is the new Hyper Megatech Space Invaders Keychain Gamer.
Man, I tell you, it is an interesting time to be a fan of Gen X era gaming, especially those IPs and platforms that we knew and loved growing up, and there are more and more coming out. I'm going to keep sharing with you as they come across my desk, so we can't all buy them all. I can't buy them all. You can't buy them all. I want to help you find which of this just shotgun approach line of these different manufacturers make the one that might be right for you to clip onto your purse or backpack or keys or pants or whatever. I'm going to throw links to some more of these keychain gadgets reviewed recently over my shoulders here, and here you can watch right now. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video. I can't wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.